Hey guys, back with another video today. I'm going to go over reverse wrap cordage. I had some questions on how to do this. It is a fairly simple process, but what people often get mixed up on is the technique and the wraps that you do to make the friction really tight and make the whole thing hold together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right here, and then I'm going to switch the camera angle, and then I'll do it again with another piece of cord. I have some natural fibers here. I'm going to do it with a piece of bright colored paracord, so it's really easy to see. But there's two ways you can do this. You can do it in your hand, or you can put the wrap in your mouth and continue to work on. One of my favorite ways to do it is to start it. You have your length of cord. This is some inner bark. I have it halved, so this is the middle of the cord, and these are both the ends in this hand. Now I'm going to come about that far from the middle. I'm going to twist my right hand forward and my left hand backwards. So I'm twisting, if you want to think about it, I'm twisting towards this shoulder. So I'm twisting this way and I'm twisting this way. I'll do that until that cord naturally wants to overlap. Just like that, as you can see. So now what I can do is I can either put this in my mouth or I can pinch it with my hands. I'm going to pinch it with my hands, and I'm going to roll this cord forward and bring this back. Roll forward, and I'm just taking the layers and I'm wrapping them over themselves. So I'll just do that until I get the length of cord that I want. And this will be just the first video, and then I'll talk about splicing in the next one, because that's where you can really start to make long pieces of cordage. Because with this, I can only make this length of cordage. But I could splice in another piece of natural material, or if I was using paracord or bank line or whatever, that's how you make longer pieces and start to get into the world of full-on natural cordage. If you're doing it with like nettles, or if you're doing it with poplar inner bark, which is what this is some heavily degraded poplar inner bark. And all I'm doing is rolling forward and twist and bringing it back, rolling it forward, bringing it back, roll back. Very easy. I do see a lot of people get mixed up on it, and that's totally normal. It's just, it is a little bit difficult to understand, especially if you're not used to doing it. I've been making reverse wrap cordage since I was about 10 years old. So I've had lots of practice and lots of failures on it. This is a great way to make your cordage stronger. Poplar inner fiber, I should have shown it before I started braiding it, but poplar inner fiber by itself is not that strong. When I braid it up like this, I'm really braiding up that level of friction, if I can show it here. But you can see the difference in the cordage. So you see there how they're overlapped, just like that. And there's an eye at the end. This is what makes up your reverse wrap braid. It's a very simple term, and you can do it pretty easily. What I like to do is when I'm talking to someone, like if I'm camping out or at a skills gathering, I'm talking to someone and we're needing to make this, I just continue to make it as I'm talking, just like I'm doing here. It's very easy. Once you get the flow, you have to get the flow. So I'm going to grab a piece of bright paracord, and we're going to switch video angles, and I'll have my hands and I'll show you guys. Okay, so here's the next angle. I have my length of brightly colored paracord. Again, I'm going to come to the middle. I'm going to twist. I'm twisting towards this shoulder. So I'm going to twist this one forward, this one backwards. And then I'm going to cross them. Now I can not cross them, let that eye form naturally. That eye right there is going to be the start. Now I'll twist forward. And all I'm doing is twisting this piece of cord and bringing that one up. That is what's causing the cord to wrap upon itself and cause some friction. So that's how it'll hold together. Yeah, I can just keep doing this until I'm feeling done. As you guys can see there, it's overlaid. There's your eye. very nice. So I can continue to do this until I am ready to splice in another piece, but we're not going to get into that yet. You can see I use my hands. I'm twisting with my index and my thumb forward, and then I'm grabbing the piece that's underneath my middle ring and pinky. And I just do it like that. That's how my hands have kind of made a memory of how to do this. A lot of it is just that repetitive motion and movement. Now, it's pretty much second nature. I can take a piece of fiber or cord and really start just working it. Yeah, there we go. Paracord, that makes it really stiff. So that's why I like using natural fiber for it. Because you get two very different results. They're also different diameters, but you get two very different results. Why would you want to reverse wrap? You're trying to strengthen up your cord and what you have. A lot of traditional bowstrings were made somewhat similarly to this. Especially around this area, nettles were often used, animal sinew. You can use sinew for this, which makes a really nice strong string. You can reverse wrap this. It's called 2-ply wrap, and that makes it even better string for like bow drill friction fires or what have you. So, yeah, those are your two styles. So those are just the two examples that I'm showing, and I like using natural materials for this. I feel like it really is a fundamental skill in the world of like bushcraft and primitive skills. It's one of our 3 Fs, which is flint, fiber, and fiber, that make up a lot of the tools we use. And those 3 technologies helped us build primitive societies and a lot of modern societies. But yeah, so I'm going to just keep wrapping this piece and working my way down. And then when I get to the end, I'll need to splice in another piece, which is what I'll be showing in the next video, is how to splice. Splicing is really the next level thing that makes your cord usable and longer. Because this isn't a long strand of cord. Yeah, it's nice, but I want something I could either do a bow drill with or lash something together, or maybe I just need to tie something. Honestly, these make really cool lanyards for knives. Having a primitive reverse wrapped lanyard is really awesome to have. I've got one that has an elk antler bead on it. I really like it. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me today. Figured I'd get out and record a new video. This is a new phone with lots of new storage, so that means more videos soon. I'm very excited about that. But thank y'all very much. If you would like, please like, share, and subscribe. Anything you do really helps me out. And if you have an idea for a video or you want to see something specific, go ahead and put it in the comments. I would love to see it. I'm always eking for new video ideas. But yeah, thanks y'all.